On Monday, Emerson Hancock faced off against Merrill. The Mariners welcomed back Don Canzone with a bang, and hope showed itself before heartbreak took over. Welcome to the Dom Skiing Channel, your one-stop shop for the Mariners storylines on Seattle's minds. The Mariners fell last night 8-4 to begin the series in Arizona against the D-backs. Can only imagine it's an extremely hot game out there in Arizona. Obviously had an extremely hot series in LA this weekend. But the bats heated up right when they needed to, and then unfortunately couldn't get the job done. The Mariners fall behind in this one. First, it's 1-0 early. Corbin Carroll mashes Emerson Hancock's first pitch. Just barely squeaks it over the wall in left field. And the Diamondbacks take a 1-0 lead, which they would take through the game until the fifth inning. They go up 2-0. And then you have them score 2 runs in the seventh inning and double the lead from 2 to 4-0. The Mariners, down to their final strike, produce a massive rally in the ninth inning, capped off by Dom Canzone hitting a 3-run homer to tie the game up. Actually, sorry, a 2-run homer to tie the game up. But bat flip and all, 450 feet off the bat for Dom Canzone. In his first plate appearance since being called up yesterday morning. Also coming against his former team, the Diamondbacks, who we traded to get him. It really could not be any more storybook, except for the fact that we lose the ball game. 8-4, the Diamondbacks hit a grand slam to walk it off Carlos Vargas in the 11th inning. And on one hand, you never should have had any right to win this game in the first place. I mean, you don't score through 26 outs. But then at the same time, once you do make that insane against the odds comeback, score 4 runs when you're down to your final out to tie it up in the ninth inning, and then you don't capitalize and win the ball game, that also feels like, you were totally led on, totally hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, because you get your hopes up so high. And this is why you can't be too emotional with this game. You got to have the memory of a goldfish. Got to get back out there again today. Yesterday, a flurry of emotions, whereas you would say, if we had just lost 4-0, say Justin Martinez stays in the game, finishes it. He actually, Justin Martinez, came out in the ninth inning after it was either 1 or 2 outs because his shoulder was bugging him. Their closer, obviously, wish him nothing but the best in terms of health. But then they have Jeff Brigham comes in, gives up 3 earned runs without recording an out, gets out of there. Juan Murillo comes in, gets 1.1 innings, actually does a pretty good job. Although the Mariners had some chances against Murillo. He, gave some mistake pitches that we didn't capitalize on. And then Jalen Beeks finishes it off with an inning for the Diamondbacks. In this one, you see another clean Munoz inning. 8 pitches, a strikeout. That's great to see. Legumina, unfortunately, was the brunt of the 7th inning, where the Diamondbacks doubled their lead. Legumina, it's hard to see him. It's easy to see how he had so much success. He really is a crafty guy who he knows how to work these hitters, but he's throwing 95. When it's not deceptive, it's not deceptive. And then you end up, he gets some swing and miss, but there's nothing in his profile to suggest that he has incredible talent. So I wouldn't expect him to be on the team down the stretch at this point. It feels like he's a bulk middle of the year innings guy. Although I would love nothing more than to prove him wrong. I like the way he competes on the mound. He just seems like a real bulk guy, going 43 pitches, even when he clearly didn't have his best stuff, which is already limited to begin with. Spire getting clean out on 7 pitches. He was extremely pissed off in this one. And then did walk somebody, though. And really, you give the Diamondbacks a good amount of base runners in this one, but you get more, getting 12 hits to their 10. The expected batting average is both high, 305, 280. I expect we'll see the same thing again today. And really, the analysis with this one is you get all the hope, and then you get all the heartbreak. But I'm happy with the way Emerson Hancock pitched. Only 3 strikeouts, 3 walks on 85 pitches, going 5 innings, 6 hits, 2 earned runs. that, I mean, I was happy, watching the way he pitched. I felt like it could have been worse. Obviously going up against a tough lineup. And the average exit velocity is 88.9 in this one, right in line with his year, with what he's had on the year so far. Also 9 swinging strikes on 85 pitches. Really pumped the four seam in this one, 53% of the time, with 25% sinker, 13% change, 9% slider. Listen, it's encouraging to see, a guy who's 6'5", who can throw 2 fastballs, to make up for 78% of the time. The only problem is that sinker always gets hit hard. In this one, that's one of the few pitches that they did damage off of in this one. Going over to the other side, Merrill Kelly really shut us down, and you see 6 innings, 4 hits, no runs, 7 strikeouts, 2 walks on 92 pitches, and no homers. You look at Merrill Kelly and how he did this, and 14 swinging strikes on 92 pitches. The average exit velocities were high on every pitch, but he uses 6 different pitches, and he uses the Mariners' blueprint, which is changeup as the primary pitch in this one. A cutter then. We talked yesterday a lot about how using a cutter against the Mariners is, instead of a fastball, can work really well. Merrill Kelly uses 27% changeup, 26% cutter, 26% four seam. Then mixes in single-digit usage of sinker, curveball, slider. Gets 14 swinging strikes on all those pitches. Kind of a variety pack, but the changeup and the cutter, man, those are killing the Mariners right now. So with Brandon Pfaadt today, moving into today's game preview, I don't think you could look at a better pitcher and a better moment to face him for the Mariners than Brandon Pfaadt, a guy who loves that fastball of his. And looking at his pitch mix this year, 32.4% fastball, four-seam fastball, 17.8% sinker. Then he barely mixes in 17% change and 11% curve. If I were him, I would be, that changeup doesn't have great quality of contact results against it. But, it's like, would I rather throw my changeup, which gets annihilated as is, or would I rather throw the fastballs, which the Mariners are going to be sitting and looking for? It'll be interesting to see what type of pitch mix he deploys in this one. Logan Evans, on the other hand, coming back up and making another start. I was correct that Bryce Miller would not make his scheduled start today. He's been put on the IL again, and basically you're waiting for the elbow to improve, or you put him on the IL and wait for it to improve. You put him on the IL right now, and if it doesn't improve, then you're going to shut him down and probably give him Tommy John, because, like I said earlier, I tip my cap to him. It feels like it's more of a when than an if when you start to hear this stuff and they're going to pitch through it and stuff, especially when they can't locate the root cause. Absolutely sucks, but Bryce wasn't pitching his best, and the worst thing to do is send him out there, risk re-injury, and have him out there trying to, win a ball game when his health, and his skill are completely compromised. Then Logan Evans, he's been doing a great job limiting, really, in terms of expected WOBA, expected batting average, expected slugging. He's got pretty bad stats on, in terms of like expected stats against in those regards. Doesn't strike a lot of guys out. But he also has been doing a good job not walking guys, not letting guys hit the ball hard, keeping the exit velocities somewhat low. Now, what we know, quality of contact is the one thing that is supposed to normalize more and more over time. So there isn't any national interest in Logan Evans right now. He does have a great ERA so far. But as far as I'm concerned, Logan Evans is still in a prove-it situation every start. Now, you want the healthy guy, the guy who's pitched the best this year, what have you done for me lately type thing, to be the one who's in the rotation right now. But Logan Evans, with a few bad starts, we could be having the conversation in a week, whether it's, do we need to replace him or Hancock? And when Logan Gilbert's coming back, we're going to have to really have that discussion, because that's what it's looking like right now. Anyway, for today's game, my prediction is Logan Evans gets 3 strikeouts. Not going to get a ton of strikeouts today. This Arizona lineup is pretty good at walking and controlling the zone. You're going to have to really get Suarez waving, get some of those guys waving, if you're not going super swing and miss against them. But then I'm going to go, man, if it's not going to happen today, it's never going to happen. I'm going to go Donovan Solano to hit his first homer as a Mariner today. I know it's kind of a bizarre pick, but I feel like it's got to happen eventually or it just won't. So for once, I'm going to pick Donovan Solano to hit a homer, even though, I don't even know if he's even going to be in the lineup. 3 strikeouts for Logan Evans. And the score today, you know what? I mean, Solano's not even going to play, obviously, because Fott's a righty. It's probably going to be, I'll take Rowdy. I'll take Rowdy for a homer. He hits the ball hard. Fott gives up hard contact. Actually, he hasn't this year so far. Some of the expected stats with Fott are weird because he doesn't walk that many guys, and he's also doesn't strike many guys out, has incredibly high expected stats against, and then has incredibly bad quality of contact. So he's not striking guys out. The quality of contact against him it's really easy to hit the ball hard against Brandon Fott. Yeah, we're going to go Rowdy Tellez, homer off of him. And then to predict the score of this game, there's been a lot of offensive output. I'm predicting an offensive explosion today. We're going to go 12-8. Don't ask me why, but I'm going 12-8 today. I've just got a feeling about it. D-backs going to score 8 runs again, but the Mariners going to score 8 more than they did yesterday. And I will see you guys tomorrow to recap tonight's game. In the comment section down below, let me know what's the score of tonight's game going to be, how many strikeouts will Logan Evans have, and what Mariner will hit a homer. That's going to do it for today. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Go Ems.